I'm here at the BC Home and Garden Show, and when I first heard about the show, I thought most people like myself who are young professionals can't even afford a home, let alone a garden. After talking to a few professionals, I realized this is the perfect place to learn how you can ball on a budget when it comes to the home and garden. So can you tell us a little bit more about the Hana home?
Hana is based out of Edmonton. These are prefab homes made in factories before they show up on your house. This is a 4-container unit that we have here. It's 704 square feet for $156,000. The majority of my clientele are people downsizing from larger homes into small condos. So what we're finding is we're trying to find furniture that is convertible and modular, that could be easily picked up and moved out of the way if they had a bigger party. Lots of storage. Storage is the biggest concern with small space living. It's all about you need to downsize what you have, simplify your life, and then restore it in maybe a container home or a small condo or whatever you're into.
So can you tell me 3 cost-effective things that would generate,
To make money?
or, to make the home better?
Well, geez, if you can afford to buy a house in Vancouver, you should probably just keep the money. If you want to just dip your toe in and you're not that experienced with things, you can tackle paint. That's a good project to start with. Maybe putting a backsplash in is another one. Start small on the tile. You can do some trim work, put a new floor in. The key is to start small. If you don't have any experience, don't start pulling walls out and deciding to change your kitchen cabinets. Just go slow. Take it easy. The number one problem that I think people make when they tackle renovations themselves is that they overestimate their skill. They underestimate how long it will take, how much it will cost, and they don't do their research. This is not rocket science. We're not curing cancer here. We're installing tiles and painting. We're building houses, and a big part of it is art. A big part of it is practice. Take your time and just practice.
What are some design tips you have if we're working with a very small space?
Well, I think that what you want to do is assess your space in general. So if you're working with a smaller space, definitely want to get things that are scaled appropriately. But especially if you're not actually purchasing, you might, like in a rental, for example, you're going to want to really focus on your furnishings and things that you're going to take with you. And also look at reflective materials and things that are, again, appropriate in size and scale. Because what happens sometimes people will oversize their furniture and then everything looks really crowded and cramped in a small space. So minimize the pieces and the size of the pieces. I think that the biggest thing is value. So it's dollars are one thing, but value is something else. Invest in things that you can afford, but that are you can build with over time. So let's say you've got a really nice sideboard, for example, and you want to get some lamps for it. It's you don't want to get the cheap, but you want to get something that's kind of going to stand the test of time, very classic materials and things that you can build on.
Well, there you have it. If I've learned anything today, it's that you just got to keep things simple. There's always design tips that can help, and even though the Vancouver real estate market is crazy, you can still have a great home. I'm Laurie Brownrigg for City Lights on Novus TV.